Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of me playing League of Legends. It's been a while and there's been a couple of reasons for that. First of all, I did have some recent exams, I did pass them all. Official grades still have to be given, but the preliminary grades are good, so that would mean I completed my Bachelor's of Science in International Business Administration, so yeah, yay for me. After that I went to my parents' place. And as I have complained in a couple of videos, the upload speed in my parents' place is just absolutely terrible. So, you know, for something I recorded with Fraps, which has been the most of the videos recently because they take least efforts, it takes like 2 days to upload, and then while it's uploading, I can't do anything because it takes all my upload speed. Here I don't really think. There's a combination. I want to ward my jungle well because, of course, as Teemo you're fairly weak, so there's a good chance you'll get evaded on. And I figured that they would either just kill him or we would just waste his flash and that's it. But apparently that didn't happen, so that's kind of shitty, but not too bad. I feel like I've been missing a reason. Oh right. I was talking about 3 reasons. Third reason. I've been playing a lot of champions recently that I've already put a recent video out of, and as long as nothing, I can play well, but as long as nothing really special happens, it's just the same thing over and over, and I figure that would probably not be the best, most entertaining. So yeah, I'm just reading my own chat and I'm getting distracted by it. So that's kind of why I prefer doing fraps later on via Baron replay. This I recorded with OBS during because it drastically reduces file size. It also slightly reduces the quality, but if it uploads within a day, I'd be happy, you know. And it shows better what I do live in game rather than that I watch it later via Baron replays. So what I do for the first couple of games, I get into stealth before I attack the camps, so that I get slightly more attack speed. Slightly helps me, of course, especially with Proc Spluff. And what I did there is I auto-attacked it first and only blinded it as soon as it was near me, to reduce the damage I take. Teemo jungle, fairly squishy, of course. So yeah, of course, Teemo jungle, it's a fringe pick, right? You're not gonna see it in the LCS most likely. Well, I can say you surely won't see it in LCS until like it gets to those games where it doesn't really matter who wins anymore. Then maybe you get to see Teemo jungle, but even then I sincerely doubt it. But it's kind of fun to play, especially with the new say to Devourer, which is kind of why I wanted to try it, because only Teemo is one of my more favorite champions to play. It's, you know, it's Teemo. People will flame you as soon as you pick Teemo and just assume the game is lost sometimes. Which I had the first time I picked Teemo jungle. I had the bot lane that just said, well, we've already lost, and then they just fed lane and then surrendered it to 20. You know, if you can't play with every champion in the game, you know, even if it's a bit iffy, you know, I played Things jungle just because I can, just because I want to try it. I played Shyvana is pretty common. I meant Syndra jungle, I played Morgana jungle, I actually played really well at some point. But it chased a little bit with me, so I haven't tried since. So yeah, you know, if you're gonna pick this, it's gonna be a bit. You never really know what's gonna happen. So what I did, basically, I did my whole bottom side, which I survived luckily, and I did get evaded on. I'm playing against Rengar, so I didn't expect him to invade Rengar, of course. Not the quickest or healthiest of clearers early on. But if you're against Lee Sin or Shaker or Evelyn especially, be very, very careful if you're gonna play in the jungle. Trundle pinked for the gank, so I'm just gonna come in. I see the hop coming, but I also didn't really want to fight him in his super Gnar form, but I guess that was gonna happen anyway. I think Trundle engaged anyway, so I didn't really get much choice in the matter. I'm not too experienced versus Gnar. He's not as stupidly OP as he was before, as with every new champion. But I don't I want to say I hardly ever played top lane, but that's changed a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Cannon and Garen. But I think only once versus Gnar, and then I've seen, of course, with the new Gentleman Gnar skin, I've seen him a couple times more, but not even that much. And so, you know, the gank was the success in terms of kill, but at least we poked them down. The lane is more even again. Of course, Teemo jungle is not much better than Fiora jungle, for example. With a you don't bring CC or gap closers really. You have a slight gap closer in W, which I hadn't even leveled because I had 2 levels in E, I think. So the gank, you know, it was purely reliant on red buff, and then just the other champion, the other team being overextended, and then hopefully not getting counter games, of course, but that's a consideration. That you basically have to make, but I figured because I went straight from bot jungle to my top side jungle clear to kind of on top. And Rengar, of course, not being the fastest clearer either, is probably decently safe. Of course, Rengar not being the strongest ganker either. In most situations without his ult. So yeah, just farming jungle again. I want to get my Devourer as quickly as possible. Because this is just a struggle, as you can see. I'm applying poison in such a way that I kill most creeps with the poison, especially the smaller ones, and then use the blind on the big one when I can. In the meantime, lane's slightly struggling. Bot lane is gotten killed twice. Mid lane has been killed once. Top lane went low before the gank, but seems to be doing alright now. And because thingy Gnar was missing, I'm just swiping bullets just to make sure. Let me say, went for the Trailblazer, of course, because Teemo isn't the strongest clearer in the game. As the second red buff comes up, I'm kinda lost as what to do. I should probably just have done Gromp and you know, based or something, and be back in bottom lane. I mean, I wanted to be here for backup or ganks, but Teemo ganking Alistar, I didn't really like the prospect of it, so I figured unless I can get a really good one off, probably not. Also, Skulls isn't up. Skulls is very good for your Devourer, but as long as you don't have it, I suppose it doesn't really matter. And we see fight back in mid lane. I'm thinking that I'm coming. He's basically dead. But he does get the stun off. Yasuo flashes forward. And then he's gonna use our minions to disappear, so I have to flash after him. I'm gonna put the wind ball up so I can chase there. But I have my passive on my W, so I can catch up just before he gets in the rush, get my Q off and kill him. So you know, our kill was assisted, so that was decently good. I think Trundle probably got a kill somewhere because it's CBF2 and I completely missed it. But I'm gonna guess he did. He says Gnar no TP, so I guess that's probably what happens. And yeah, so while I was hanging around doing nothing, before my red spawned, I was actually mid lane when the red spawned, and you know, still have to walk back. So, but I guess it was kind of lucky that I was there and able to assist Cannon there. Even though I didn't save him, at least we traded well.
You'd be surprised how
Bot again, very pushed up, but it's really difficult for Teemo to gank an Alistar in my opinion. Here I'm kind of late in viewing what's happening. Quinn is just gonna die to Thresh in the tower, which is kind of not worth either. Probably better on anyone but Thresh. Alistar is still here, but no real reason for me to stay around and trying to farm that, as long as because he's not pushing it either, and I need to farm my stacks as quickly as possible with the Devourer. They get my ult, so I get my shrooms, which are very much multifunctional. You can use them for vision, you can use it to secure places, you can use it to take camps as well. Still not, you know, doing super well, but clearing the camps quite well. Hardly any trouble up there. Again, trouble in mid. Gonna smite the raptors for vision, and then see if I can do anything. Because of the way this lane is going, I figured it might be better to come from the side, but lane is pushed up again a little bit, so I might as well continue. You know, I want to stack as quickly as possible. For the Devourer, of course. I don't want to get behind when you run Devourers, but it used to be even more so. And now at some point everybody reaches 30 stacks and you know then it's sated and then you're done. Bot lane gets a kill. So you know we're doing quite well. I see top lane getting pushed in again. Just around the I suppose blue might have been up for a long time already as well. Bot does get a kill back. It's AP Alistair, by the way. I know that now, but I'm not sure when I figured it out in this game. So yeah, like I said, top is pushing in again, so I'm gonna come in. He's almost banging our again. This time I hope he jumps in before. Yeah, there it goes, and then I'm in. And I do a lot of damage. Also still have red buff. Don't get stunned by that. Normal picks up the kill. I'm gonna go and ward this. And then of course can't kite him quickly enough. If my shroom had been there, I could probably have kited him a bit better, but as it stood, he was just on top of me and not slowed until I was dead, so didn't matter very much. Gonna pick up more attack speed. Attack speed, of course, gets you more poison procs. Maxing E, of course, both for both reasons that Sated Devourer is gonna, you know, double the damage of E every 2 auto attacks, as well as that Q only hits like you hit it once and then you get a longer blind. I think it might be doable, especially because you get sated only later. But I don't know. I think in ganks maybe you do your Q once and then you're done. You know, it's in lane you maybe max Q and then you just poke a lot. But in ganks you need to spam damage, so you need to get as many auto attacks off as possible. Which of course we benefit from by going a lot of attack speed in the build. I think I'm babbling slightly. Just as jungle team, probably just max. I want to gank this, but it's just such shitty lane to gank. I'm just walking around, I see them backing off, so I know they're here. So I'm just gonna continue and pick up Scuttles. Scuttles of course gives quite good stacks for Devour. I'm gonna put a shroom at Drake, so I know if anybody's gonna come in and take it. Yasuo is missing. I'm just gonna pick up the farm that's left here. I do quite a lot of damage with my E, so it's not too hard for me to farm this. And as soon as it's farmed, I'm leaving him a shroom. I guess it's maybe too much forward. I'm leaving it so that he can use it to play. If Yasuo is gonna jump on him, if he's on top of the shroom, there's a lot of CC and stuff. Meet Rengo in the Scuttles fight. I think I can take Rengo, right? Because last time I was a bit unlucky because he got the jump on me. He puts it on his ult. I'm just gonna smite it and run back into my shroom. I know that if I he walks into my shroom, he's basically fucked. Either he's slow or I'm gonna kill him. So that was decently safe. Did use my smite for Scuttles, but I'm not too worried about it. Of course, I can't now smite wolves, so I don't know if Rengo is in my jungle. But like I said, he just uses ult, not too worried about what he can do. Only thing is I'm slightly low on mana. But nothing too bad. Mid lane is under a lot of pressure, it's getting pushed in a lot. So while I just farm this, I think I'm gonna be trying to see if I can help him out. I know he's struggling because I think Yasuo is like trying something these days. So I'm just gonna stand there as he comes up. I'm gonna fuck my passive just as he comes in. You know, stun goes off. He can let Cannon pick it up, so he can get slightly back into lane. And I'm just gonna continue farming. I'm at 15 stacks now, I'm halfway to sated. At the moment only gonna get my my E procs on the Devourer. Of course with in-hit, on-hit Teemo you're gonna stack as many on-hit effects anyway as you can. And this is so later on the Devourer is gonna be even stronger is what I was gonna say. This gank I really like. This is just something you can do as Teemo. And I just think it's hilarious. If you notice, I don't type very quickly. It's gonna sit in lane. People get shit on. Alistar is, you know, he does a lot of damage because he's AP, but he also takes quite a lot of damage. Not in his ulti, of course, though. But it will wear off soon, and I think we'll pick it up. Yeah, I pick it up again, so it suddenly gets 2 kills. Nart comes in, but he gets blinded immediately. So we're doing quite well. Oh, that was so weird. I'm sorry for that. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna flash in and kill him. Yeah, I see Yasuo here though. And I'm hoping to outplay him by going this way. The advantage of this is though, because he's chasing me, I almost got to my shroom, so I got to my shroom, but not put enough distance after. The advantage of that is that at least he can't... he didn't go and kill my bot lane. If he could have, not entirely sure if he could have. Of course, we see him engaging now as well with the help of Cannon and pick him up. For the cost of trash though, but I'd say that's pretty worth. Because Nart teleported down, you know, Trundle is just having a field day up top, and he's gonna, you know, farm the turret and stuff. Get the turret, I suppose. I farm the turret. I pick up my blade. I got a lot of money. I got 3 kills in the last fight, and maybe even, I think even assist on Yasuo. Probably. Not entirely sure. Doesn't really matter. So I pick up Blade, which is even more effects for my State to Devour. I kind of want to take this. I kind of don't want to let Vayne take it, but I'm saying, alright, you know, you're behind, but you're doing decently well if you're getting in fights. So I'm just gonna try and do the exact same thing I just did. But we see them moving off the break. I just used my flash in fight as well. Trundle is here, but I can't flash over to try and get the break. I could have warded it, I suppose. Not sure why I didn't. And we're just gonna set up a trap here. But as soon as Alistar pops his ult, switching focus on Yasuo, but I get dropped pretty quickly. We did do a lot of damage, but I really got lucky. Rengar comes in as well. I think switch focus to Rengar now. Yasuo comes in and picks up Cannon again, but he's gonna die too. Trundle, Vayne comes in from the other side, and that's pretty close, but pick it up again, so that's a 3 for 2 with the Drake for them. 3 for 4 with the Drake for them. Kinda even, I suppose.
War didn't change me.
Yeah, nothing really special about that. They got the Drake, we got some kills again. I guess the more we accelerate this game, the more advantageous it probably is for us. Vayne scales really well. I'm gonna get, you know, more on-hit items. So, you know, I'm not gonna get tank here, but I'm gonna get a lot more burst if I do. If it goes later. Trundle, of course, gets super annoying later on. Cannon as well, more bursty and more survivability. Trash just tanky. Versus Yasuo is gonna scale really well. Gnar not really. Rengar decent. Quinn not entirely sure. Whoever, I never see anyone play Quinn. And Alistar, I don't know the scaling of AP Alistar. I really don't. I just came in there to deter Yasuo from trying to kill Cannon, but not that really much happened. Nobody really took any damage. Put an extra shroom down, just in case. Trundle pushed top. Gnar not there. Vayne is alone in bot lane at the moment. And I'm just picking up blue buff. Let's see, did I get sated yet? I didn't get sated yet, I'm at 25. Shit will be 26 and Scuttles will be 28 probably.
What started the fighting.
We see a stack coming in mid lane, so I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm picking it up really pretty quickly as well at this point. A lot of attack speed with a lot of damage on E. Doing pretty well. We see them backing off. Trundle is also here, Trash is also here, Vayne is also here. I'm hitting it once for Cannon to pick up, but I'm just kidding. Poison just kill stuff. As soon as he walks away, I don't care about it anymore. I'm just hanging around here. I'm decently confident I mean, I can get bursted, but if they don't burst me, especially if I stand behind this room or something, I can do a lot of damage. Trash, kinda weird positioning. Big balls. Rengar comes in. You know, put this room down because you need to slow people. Gonna kill real quickly. Gonna put another. I didn't successfully put this room down, I suppose. But that's no. Well, that's 4 for 1. It's really nice. And you could see a little bit how much damage I do when I focus just one target. Quinn died super quickly from me, and I had blind as well. In this case, also quite luckily, very auto attack heavy team. So I normally Teemo not much of a team fighter, but if you play it like this, it's decently good. Here I'm deciding what item to buy because it's a bit. I offered Nashor Stood, but I wasn't sure about whether it would be worth without buying more AP items, and I wasn't sure whether I was gonna buy more AP items at the point. So I decided to go with Renounced Hurricane. Just because in a team fight like the last one, that would have been so epic if I had it. I would have been shitting all over the team. Which is why I'm going for it. This Renounced Hurricane is also always pretty decent on Teemo. Especially in lane, because you can push really hard with it. And it's Teemo top lane, I'd say your main role is just to split push and draw at least 2 people to deal with you. I'm gonna let the poison do its work, but it walked the wrong way, so Nara is probably there. And I was kind of worried that he was gonna take it, or maybe that the poison was gonna. At this point, you can see how I got my Devourer, and you can see how well I do versus these jungle camps. We see a stack coming in bot lane. It's well stack. It's Ellie versus Quinn versus Vayne. Vayne plays this really well as well. Trundle teleports in. I'm here as well, but not really necessary. I see Gnar and Yasuo coming in, and I guess they have a ward here because of what's gonna happen soon. I want to proc my passive, but I can't. But Gnar comes over. I flash into the bars. I'm not sure if the ward was there, but it wasn't. I want to kill stuff because I know I do a lot of damage, but if any of these people jump on me, I'm probably dead. Here I don't think it's really worth for me to chase. You know, walk into a brush, no mana, not sure where Yasuo is. So Kennen and Thresh are just gonna chase him, while Trundle's gonna try and deal with Alistar. Top lane seems to be pushing out for us. And I'm just figuring Grump will be up soon, going over there, maybe even catching up with Yasuo. Yeah, Kennen does pick Yasuo up. Trundle and Enos are not doing much. Drake is up. Oh right, my Drake control this game is quite horrendous. Trundle is getting jumped on by 3 people and is also out of mana, so. But I guess he managed to run away, which is quite nice. Vayne is there, at the red buff. Thresh is warding deep. And I'm just gonna pick up Scuttle. I know I can do Drake really quickly if I'm just the first one there. Gnar wasn't really paying attention to the minimap or something. He was shopping. I don't know what he was doing. But he walked the wrong way. He walked into my hood. He should have walked into my hood. You can see how quickly I deal with jungle. Not the jungle, with the Drake. Quinn does do a really good job against Vayne, he's just gonna die anyway, and necessary. He could have picked up Skulls in the meantime or something, you know, right now. Just taking farm that others could have taken. I'm gonna take this farm though, because I kinda want to push it out. And get the turret, because, you know, we should really be able to get out the turret. Rengar's at my blue, Alistar is here. I suppose that when Alistar is here, there's no real use for me to be hanging around here as well. It's just, you know, not nearly as easy to hey, got an assistive mushroom. It's not nearly as easy to push down a turret when there's someone defending, even if it's just a support. It's gonna get another assist because of awesome placement. You know, that's 120 gold for me. Just because I had the foresight plant a couple of shrooms in places I figured people might be fighting. Yeah, Rengar did take my blue. I kind of knew because I saw some cannon at it, but I wanted to have to check it. Managed to get the clear the jungle. I'm gonna pick up the Renounced Hurricane. Bot lane. I see Fane. I think Fane and Thresh trying to kill Alistar. Alistar just does a lot of damage because he's he's gonna run away, but he's gonna go walk into me, walk into my hood again, and he's gonna proc my shroom for me. You know, this is just Teemo jungle. You're everywhere. You know, it's not just shrooms are not just on the top side of the map. Shrooms are all over the map, and everybody's gonna walk into them if you place them correctly. We saw Quinn Ward this time, just gonna taunt her a little bit. I love the taunts for what is he called? Omega Squad Teemo. It's hilarious. It's kind of an expensive skin, and the only thing I do is spam taunts, but I think it has like customized taunts as well. But I've never actually seen it be able to use it. I don't play Teemo that much. It probably plays a part. I want to come and help bot lane, but I don't really want a 2v1. Well, at least not when I don't get the jump on him. So I'm gonna scan this bush, put another shroom down, and just gonna sit here and see what happens. I'm decently confident I can kill Rengar, but if Quinn is there, I'd rather kill Quinn first. I'm gonna do that real quickly. Rengar also has a lot of damage. Didn't manage to blind Rengar either. Once again, the second shroom slow. Not the time for me to start kiting him, so that you know, it's a 1v1, but at least he stopped the push. Meh, decent. I'd say that's decent. In the meantime, team is doing really well on its own. Cannon just killed Yasuo 1v1. I think he baited something or something. Maybe not even 1v1. I have no clue what happened. I was just watching my own game. And I'm looking for the next item to buy. I think it should be Sonya's because if I had Sonya's in the last fight, I always think about what I needed in the last fight rather than maybe what I need in the next fight. But it's often the same thing. If I had Sonya's, I would be able to Sonya's most of the damage from Rengar while waiting for my blind to be up again. And if my blind had been up against Rengar, you know, he's not gonna do anything. He's an auto attack based champion. I see Trundle getting ganked, so I wanna be there to help him. But he's getting taken out really quickly. And not making it in time. I'm gonna put the shrooms down, I'm gonna farm my Grump again. And what I want to do is, you know, do what I've been doing all the time, essentially, is trying to kill someone by just standing somewhere. Ducey is gonna go into Meganar and probably make the wrong decision of engaging into Meganar near the wall. Gonna take a bit too much burst. And this is what you know, what I want to do, especially with Blade as well, and the shroom. I slow so hard that I can kite him, and he has to back away, otherwise I kill him. But I can chase because as soon as he gets a cooldown up, you know, it's boulder toss or whatever. He could probably kill me, or you know, just start just stunning the brush or something. So that was a flash for a flash and nothing else. Not great, not terrible. I'm gonna continue farming because I have lifesteal. I'm gonna ward Nash as well with my pinkies, their pinky. Reasonably confident that they're not around because their mid tier just fell, so I'm just gonna smite this spell for wards in their jungle and I'm gonna farm their jungle a little bit. Still decently confident that if I get a good jump off, I think Yasuo and Rengar also both died here just recently. I know that if I get a good jump off, I can probably still kill them. And I just like counter jumping at this point. You get every advantage you can get. Cannon and Yasuo are very discussion. Not too interested. Gonna pick up some armor finally. Normally I play champions that are just really in your face and just stand there and you can kill them. Teemo very different, of course. He's kind of in your face because he's invisible and suddenly he's there. And then you're dead. But it's more squishy. It's not like he runs at you and there's nothing you can do. There's a lot of things you can do against against Teemo. Once again, terrible with my dragon timing. Late to the fight as well. I'm decently quick with my W. I'm gonna put the shroom down just to start pushing in case it happens. Gonna proc my passive, but the rest of the team doesn't want to wait. So now we're just chasing into the dark. Ranger comes in. That's just stupid considering the amount of CC we have. Vayne didn't get blinded, so I guess that just killed. And I know I can take down this Nash really quickly, especially with Vayne who also has a blade. The only thing we need is trash to tank it. Which he does. And you can see how quickly we take this down. Gonna smite it. Yasuo and Gnar, still in our jungle. And we're just gonna chase. There's Yasuo at my bulls, I'm on my bulls. I think I only pick up one small one. Of course, out. And I get slowed again, so there's no real point in me chasing again. Until Yasuo just ults. I guess maybe he saw that he was getting caught off by Trundle and just wanted to get a kill. Alistair is in my jungle. Does a lot of damage because he's AP, but he's not slow resistant. So I can just walk away again. I know I can do Drake, the only thing is I can't take damage from it. If I smite it early, I can I get the health back. I also get some health back from just out. And I'd rather save my smite just to be sure that I can get it. Ranger comes in to kill me. I get 3 for it anyway. Rengar as well, assisted as well, so worth for us again. And I'm just looking for the last item to buy. I'm considering Nashor Stoots again. I got more AP since last time. I'm also considering more Velos because they have a lot of champions that use that lifesteal because they're all out of attack in 80 base mostly. And I didn't buy any armor. I could have bought Ninja Tabis. Also the consideration is with Nashor Stoots. I already have quite a lot of attack speed. I'm not sure if I'm going over the cap when I buy it. I think when you're dead, it shows the attack speed in your passive. And then it might have been a good purchase. But in the end, I want to go with Ryleys, just because if I Q someone, they're not gonna get away. That's 40% slow. Then auto attacks are gonna slow even more. But they surrender. I guess someone AFK'd at some point, so we'll make a seat, and we win. So yeah, guys, that's the stated Devourer on-hit effect Teemo jungle, which is a mouthful. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the title. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.